like to see in high skill Brawlhalla 2v2s. And it all starts with a game number 1 here as we see who is going to get that advantage state in a grand finals, as Poe and FXL immediately trying to go ahead and just separate into those 1v1s and take the advantage they know they have.
Oh, we talked about this when we first saw Sky and Comer come onto the stream, but both of these teams have the same exact macro game plan. Divide and conquer. Take 1v1s whenever possible. I think Sky has a more of a proclivity to play off-stage play, and I think that could hurt Poe and FXL a little bit more. And so FXL and Poe, they want to ensure that both the blue teams stay on the ground.
Ooh, Comer though getting a nice Sair on FXL, and that's going to go ahead and confirm that stock. And, you know, we can make all the analysis that we want to start the set out, but just like that, Comer and Sky have carved themselves out the slightest of an advantage here, that FXL and Poe trying to do everything they can to shut that down immediately. We see the stock fall back to back, get them out of here, and the stock line is tied all the way across.
I mean, look, man, how do you analyze that? That was just Poe and FXL diff.
Getting the job done for sure, as we see the heavy pressure being put against blue team, being pushed back over to the right side. Poe, can he extend it? Ooh, clutch Sair from Comer to shut down that huge burst of offensive output coming from Comer.
Yeah, FXL though is taking a wealth of damage himself, directly on the ground inside of neutral. Comer's attempting to catch the landing off of FXL, does not quite work. Poe's there for the interrupt and breaks apart the entire clump of blue team. One
nice
stock gone, 2 stock gone, a blue stock and a red stock are both gone away to the final for both blue and red team.
Man, we got Keg over here sound like a Dr. Seuss book analyzing this game. I love it. Great ground pound from FXL. Gonna go ahead and clear out Comer's stock and everybody on final stocks. Game number 1. This is a very pivotal, very important game. It sets the precedent. It sets the momentum.
Both these teams have been used to their close games. It's just a matter now of seeing who can lend up in the 2v1. Lose that first stock. Comer accidentally neutral sigs directly into Poe, landing himself in the FXL. Back to Poe again. Off stage though, Comer barely makes it back on, but Poe is the first to fall. Good old 1-2 combo wombo from FXL into a double KO.
Oh, that was so sick. So sick, but the punish from Sky on the cannon was absolutely peak there at the end. It wasn't enough to get the job done, but they definitely battled their way, though that down 6 started it all. That was a huge knockout for them. So we see this come in right here, Sky finishing up right there, that stock, and then we see FXL be able to go ahead and clean house here. The stomp Sair gonna go ahead and turn around. I believe we see the side sig come out to clean off the final stock. There it is, Comer being sent packing. And just like that, they're up 1-0, and they are all ready for game at number 2. There is the damage breakdown, and I love seeing even across the team sharing the weight. 558 damage from FXL and 502 from Poe.
Gotta say though, I thought for sure Sky was putting more damage out than Comer, but I was happily wrong. Comer was a great anchor in Fortress of Lions, but we move on over to Demon Island for game number 2, and again, I think for long-range divide conquer gameplay, this is still gonna be Poe and FXL's domain. Sky overheated a ton on this stage when we last saw him play. If he plays a little bit more tempered, I think for sure this could still be a 1-stock difference game.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Poe getting some good damage over on the left side. That dare.
Comer.
That was such a hit on the head. Not enough to go ahead from the stock though. Sky's gonna help out red team a little bit there, put some damage, and it was the beginning of the end for his teammate. His Comer is taking off his first stock.
All right, now or never moment now for the blue team. They have to keep themselves afloat. 140 damage for both FXL and Poe. Anything will take them out. But this is a stage with the largest blast zones in the game. It's gonna take more than 140 to confirm it out. Comer's practically gone with his second stock. Sky attempts to save him, and it works at the sacrifice of his own first stock. Now FXL is the only one left with still full stocks to have. But Sky ensures that's not gonna be a possibility. Slow, he just barely makes it back on stage.
I love how FXL was able to keep his composure, and even though Poe was sent off, he was able to go ahead and work that 2v1, keep the advantage state the entire time, and still rack up good damage, keep their momentum going. FXL still holding on to that first stock. I say that as he is tossed over to the right side. Comer not going to be able to make it back. Poe's going to make sure of that. 2v1 situation. Can they get something going before he spawns back in? FXL sending everybody over the left side. Stomp Sayre Sky back over to the right. Back and forth. Very close here with the red team holding on to a very slight advantage.
It's so messy right now for blue team. They have to find a way to manage themselves throughout the chaos, but high up into the air. It's gonna be Poe to descend back down and enable the 1v1 between FXL and Sky, but no, it doesn't work out. Poe's down to their final stock. It's FXL again with the stock lead.
Yeah, he needs to hold on to it. Blue team is doing a very good job keeping things close, however. Ooh, it's a dangerous position to be in, though, hanging out off stage against red team. Poe's gonna send him flying back over to the left. Gravity cancel sidelight. The recovery is gonna be the last touch. Can he get the nair? Stock's falling on the left. It's now, oh, okay. FXL still had another one as he comes in, but it wasn't even needed. Poe and FXL going up 2-0. Grand finals, one game left that is needed from this red team, from this dominating red team. Every time they have been in the top 3, they have got that gold medal, and they are well on their way to get it done again as we take a look at these highlights from game number 2.
FXL and Poe have been undisputed champions in both 1v1s and 2v2s throughout Middle East. Sky and Comer, they are the first major challenger that we have seen in a while to break apart the top 3 teams in the Middle East region for a chance to take down the champs. But again, like you mentioned, Slow, they only have one more shot to do it. They need to get the bracket reset and win that too to take their first crown ever as a 2v2 team. And FXL and Poe, they just need one more game to keep it going.
For sure. I mean, Sky and Comer, they are obviously an amazing team. They have fought hard. This is not their first podium. Being able to, the first step of their journey is winning 3 games in a row.
Oh yeah.
And no matter how close these have been, that seems almost impossible to me. And even if they're able to accomplish that, they need to get 3 more. Very bad position this Sky and Comer are already in this grand finals matchup.
Gotta say, Slow, I'm a little surprised we saw Comer switch off the Wushang. I thought for sure maybe Sky would be the one to make a swap, if anything. Consistently lower damage output compared to Comer. But going to the Taros, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Taros is always fine. I mean, you can't get a more safe pick, especially in 2s, than a good old-fashioned bull. But see how it's going to go ahead and actually translate into offensive output here for Comer. The Stomp Sayre is going to be a dang good start. He sends Poe all the way over. Poe, nice Sayre to be able to come back up on stage. Get the 2v1 situation against Comer. FXL gonna go ahead and finish that off with a scoop. The Sky is gonna go ahead and clean that stage right off. Poe getting a well-placed unarmed recovery to come back on stage.
I cannot believe Poe got back on stage off of that. The velocity was unbelievable.
Ooh, nice ground
and
pound.
Bruno Comer not only can Poe survive, but takes advantage of the positioning. Comer is down to his final stock. It's his elimination stock in grand finals. Poe is still on his first. Aw.
Man, I felt that. My screen got a little darker as their chances got a little darker as well. Sky and Comer now fighting for the continuation of this grand finals. FXL able to thread in another down sig, catches Comer. Recovery's gonna go ahead and whiff. Sky's there to finish it up though. He misses with the Sayre, falling back down. The huge snipe off the weapon throw. FXL can't find his way back. And just like that, things are looking a little more possible for this blue team.
Possible, but Comer's the pain point right now. That survivability is going to be everything. Poe off stage has both in their grasp. His blue team struggling.
Oh.
One stock left. Sky has to pull off one of the most heroic clutches we've ever seen in competitive Brawlhalla to bring this to a not flawless set.
No,
nothing short of a miracle.
Complete domination, and just like that, the 3-0 advantage, the 3-0 victory for Poe and FXL. Again, your Middle Eastern champions for Autumn Championship.
Back to back to back. This has been the year of Poe and Fixel in the Middle East. They have dominated every single they've dominated every single tournament, not just 2v2s, but every tournament.